Hello folks, I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Playmates toys Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire Godzilla Evolved. That's right, my Zillions, I mentioned in my last review, my first review of 2024, that the Godzilla Evolved in that review wasn't the regular standard release. It was a bit different. Here now we have the standard release. These cost $9.99. You can get them at Target, Walmart, and I got mine at Target, along with Kong with Beast Glove, Suko with Titanus, Doug Scar King with Whip Slash, and Shimo with Frostbite Blast. I skipped out with Godzilla with Heat Ray because it's the exact same Godzilla that we've gotten from the previous series, it looks like, to me at least. I saw it in person, and that's what I gathered. It looked like the old ones. I mean, even if it's not, it looks like the old ones. But anywho, this guy is fully articulated and posable. Yeah, kind of, sorta. But here it is, and this looks pretty cool. See, the tail is totally different. I love the pink magenta. Looks fantastic. I do like these boxes. They are open boxes, so it is what it is. But I got this guy at the same time that I did get the Titan Evolution one. I got that one and this one. I found them at the same time, picked them both up at one Target, and then a couple days later, I found, I found the full set, like including this guy again. But obviously, I didn't get this guy and this guy. But I did get the rest on the second trip. So you will be seeing these reviews here on the channel as well. At some point, I have not picked up any others besides the Titan Evolution and the ones that I just mentioned, because you might have heard I've had a couple problems here at the studio, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, we're doing a review, so without further ado, let's get to that. So here's Godzilla out of the package, and he's pretty different from the Titan Evolution one, so we're gonna get that out of the way right now. So he is a little bit taller than that one, and they are like standing, with their feet flat. So he is a bit taller. This one has longer arms, and it has the spikes at the end. The dorsal fins, like I said mentioned in this review, they're a little droopy, but the shapes are a little bit different too. These are more rounded than the one I'm about to review. The bodies and the legs are basically the same sculpt up to the feet. The feet are actually different on both of them. But the legs are almost the same. And this one, there's like the sculpt work is the same, but like it's all in the right spot until you get down to the knee, and then it does like a sharp little turn there. So a bit different. But I would guess the base sculpt starts at the same with the body. The new one I'm about to review does have a more like softer finish than this one. Like the details come in a little bit more. As you can see, the arms are also bent in a different shape, and the legs are, a little bit different. So, the base sculpt is the same, but then, they're shaped different. So I guess they're different sculpts. And obviously the tails are completely different. So, very, very interesting on that. And the paint is, a shade darker on this one. But also the articulation is different on this. This one does not have the hinges that this one has on the arms, so you could, do that. And it also doesn't have the jaw hinge, so that's a bummer. That said, I can move the head around on this a little bit, so I don't know if that's supposed to be a point of articulation, but it's not. This jaw does not really move, although it looks like it should be cut to. It's just, very plasticky. These just move out, back and forth, I think. There's definitely no hinges on them, and then these legs go outwards. The feet turn, and then the tail moves around on a big ball joint. I wanted to say there was a bendy wire, but I don't think there is. It almost feels like there is, but there isn't. So you do get less articulation than you do on here, despite it boasting articulation. But hey, for $10, $9.99, it's pretty good. I do like the dorsal fins a lot. They are in a translucent plastic. which is very cool. They are pink. They might come off a little bit orange on, on the video, but at least on my screen it's coming out a little bit orange. But when I look at it, it's totally pink. So I'm not exactly sure how the final will look, but it's pink. And then you got pink up here, and then pink down here. The only problem is they did a lot of like spray shading over here. So you can see it's like a lighter pink. And then it's shaded around the tail, which is cool, but I wish it continued going up this way. It would have been nice if they, did a little paint work over here like they did up here. So all throughout here, that you got nothing. And that's a bit of a bummer because it's like two different, 3 different spots here. But this does match with here, so it would have been nice to have this spray along the sides to, match up. I do like the tail in total. I think this forked tail is really, really interesting. These extra spikes on the tail. Very, very different for Godzilla, but not so different than, say, like Shin Godzilla, right? So I don't mind it. I dig it, I think it's pretty cool. Remember way back in Godzilla 54 when they mentioned like Ankylosaurus as one of like the dinosaurs it's kind of like that. I don't think they did, but I don't know. I might be mixing it up with Godzilla Raids again. But I do like the sculpt work throughout here. It looks pretty good on the tail. I do dig that. And then on the body, like I said, it's kind of like the other one that we looked at, but softer. The paint is pretty good on the body, except, I wish, again, you had pink that went through here. They did do the same thing here, where it's, pink over here and nothing here, but there's nothing on that side either, so, you kind of don't notice it as much. It's a little bit more noticeable here, I think. The toes are painted, which are cool, as so are the fingernails. Again, you got the spikes at the ends of the elbows, which look really cool. I like that. He's much more reptilian, almost like an axolotl. I don't even know what those are. That's amphibian, I guess, but there's something about it that keeps reminding me of an axolotl, even though it's not. And then, again, the paint over here looks pretty good, matches the neck decently enough, which is nice. And then you get the spikes over here again, which looks pretty cool. The legs look good. I didn't really mention it, but I do like the shape of the leg. I do like his lunging forward. It's a bummer, though, that, the arms don't open up more. They did sculpt them so it looks like it's a little bit wider, but, it's cool. It works, but I don't know. It would have been better if they did the hinges like the other one. That's pretty good. The head sculpt is pretty good. Actually, I do like it for Playmates Godzilla. It's not so bad. You got, again, the dorsal fins there. Then you got the eyes in orange, with a little black in there. It's fine. The teeth, it's not going to be good, but at least it's solid. I think it's a little bit it's a little bit too solid, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's not good. But I don't know. Comparatively to this one, where I did have like noticeable mess ups. See that? Also, this guy has like spray on the top of his head, which I don't even know if I mentioned it on the review, but he's got some spray on the top of his head. These guys, all they want to do is focus on Mechagodzilla, this camera. I don't blame him. But, teeth could be better. It's got a tongue that's painted. From the sides, it looks good. It's just when you get from the front, he's like, I don't know. But yeah, it's good looking overall, Yeah, it's not bad. I like the pose a lot. I really do. I think it's pretty cool. So I dig it. I dig it enough, I think. And it's different, and I like that. And I was totally sick of the Playmates Godzilla. I mean, they used that and Kong to death. And I'm just glad to have gotten away with it from it, even though they still put Godzilla in this line, that same mold. That's crazy. Why not, I guess, right? Why not make that money, especially if it appears as if Godzilla will appear in that other form in this movie towards the beginning. I'm assuming, because, you know, of this toy, and because they actually made an actual toy of it, you know. And for your size comparison, let's move on. Here is a Godzilla with a previous Kong and a movie Monster Series Kong, as well as an Ultraman and a Voltron, because they were in the vicinity of the desk. And my final thoughts, you know, this isn't bad. For $10, these are fine figures. And you know what? I said that all throughout the GVK line. I'm probably going to say it throughout the GXK line. These are fun figures for the price, you know, like $10. I don't really care too much about the paint mishaps, lack of articulation, whatever. It's $10. It's still a 6-inch figure. It's not bad at all. You can easily get them at Target, Walmart. You know, get them while you can, though. I will say that, because I feel like they come and they go quicker than you think. So while they're out there, if you're gonna get them, you know, would be my advice. Because they're definitely worth it, I think. You know, this one is cool. I like this design. I go on record again, I think this design is very, very cool. I'm on board for this Godzilla. I want to see it on screen more. But yeah, I'm digging what I'm seeing, and I do dig this little figure, you know. Paint is not perfect on the mouth, on the sides there could be more, but I dig the translucent, you know, dorsals, and I do like his tail. I think it's really interesting. Yeah, I do like this kind of like lunging forward pose. It's not bad at all. And there you go. That is my review of Godzilla Evolved. This is the 6-inch version. All I'm doing right now is the 6-inch versions. You know, gonna finish them all up before we move on to any other versions. I'm not running out to get anything else right this second, even though I just told you to do otherwise. I mean, I might. If I see them, I'll get them, but, you know, again, had some issues last couple of days, can't really get out. But anywho, get this guy, he's cool, he really is. And there you go, that's my review, hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection, and stay tuned. More GXK to come. Till next time, peace out, peeps.